Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all well and having a great day so far. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Emma and I love to read and talk about books. I can't believe it's that time of the month again when we're picking our TBR for the upcoming month. Going into November, don't even get me started on how fast the year is going. I just do not know where the time's gone. But I'm super excited to film today's video. You guys know they're one of my favourite videos to film and I know they're one of your favourites to watch as well. As we do every month, let's firstly take a quick look at last month's TBR, and I've got to say I'm pretty impressed with myself this month. I did have 12 books in comparison to the usual 10, and I managed to read 11 out of the 12 books, which I'm super happy about. The only one that I didn't get round to is Kiss of Iron by Claire Sager, and this is one that I have been dying to read. It's part of a trilogy, it's the first book, and it's a series that I did want to read before the end of the year. So the first thing that I'm going to do this month is roll this forward and add Kiss of Iron to my November TBR. And another book that is going straight on to my November TBR is The Primal of Blood and Bone by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is book 6 in the From Blood and Ash series and it was released in September. I've spoken about it before on my channel. I'm a huge fan of the From Blood and Ash series and also the prequel series Flesh and Fire, but I did say I wanted to do a reread of both series just to make sure that I was fully up to date and I wasn't going to miss anything when I finally got round to picking this one up. I've had a fantastic time in October rereading both of those series. I'm on the last book of Flesh and Fire at the moment. I'm about halfway through. So I know as soon as we get into November, I'm going to want to get this one read before I even think about picking up anything else. Before we get into choosing some books from my TBR cards, there is one new release that I do want to mention and I'm 100% adding it to my TBR list, and that is Breathe With Me by Becca Mack. This is due to be delivered to me on the 30th of October, but I know there's absolutely no chance I'm going to get to it before the end of the month. But as soon as that comes into my possession, I know I'm going to be chomping at the bit to get that read. So that's why it's got its own dedicated spot. This one is book 5 in the Playing for Keeps series and it's hockey romance, but where this one is a little bit different is rather than it being about a couple that get together, this is already a well-established couple. I would say they're the original couple, even the foundation of the friendship group in this universe, and I've been dying to know more about their story. I think I've mentioned in other videos, I really hope that she circles back and we get to see a glimpse of how the two sort of got together and fell in love. But from what I understand, this book is going to focus on their relationship in the present day, and they are experiencing some fertility issues and it's how they're sort of, dealing with that. So very, very much looking forward to it. I love both of these characters. I'm completely invested, but I have been wanting to know more about their story and sort of getting to know them at a bit deeper level as characters. So because I did so well with my October TBR, I am going to have 12 books on my November TBR. 3 of them, as I've just said, are already allocated, which means I'm going to be choosing another 9 books from my TBR jar. If you've not watched my videos before, I've basically got some numbers which I'm going to pull out at random from this jar, and then the corresponding number is written on the book and we're going to unwrap them together. It's a bit of a surprise, it's just a bit of fun really to encourage me to get through the books on my bookshelf that need to be read, and I always enjoy filming these videos. So all that being said, go grab yourself a drink, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into choosing some books. Ooh, so satisfying, that noise. Yeah, so 9 to choose. Let's hope that I pull out some good ones. And first of all, we have number 22. Nice and easy, right behind me. And I will try and open them so you can see the book before I do. And I think I've done a bit too good of a job wrapping this one up. Okay, so first up we have Beartown by Frederick Backman, and I've been wanting to read this for quite some time. I think that I remember a while ago that this has been made into a TV series, and I've intentionally not watched that because I did want to make sure that I'd read the book first. It's the first book in a trilogy, and I do have book 2 and book 3 on my bookshelf behind me as well. But from what I understand, Beartown is a town in Sweden. It's a hockey town, and some sort of incident happens. I don't know what that incident is. I've intentionally tried not to find out too much about this book. And after that happens, there is some sort of cover-up, and a lot of people in the town are in it. Now, that's what I understand. I might be completely wrong. I've not even read the back of this book yet. But I do think it's going to be a nice change from some of the romance and fantasy books that I've been reading a lot of lately. Much as I enjoy them, it is good to have a palate cleanser, and I think this is going to be perfect for that. So first book was a really good choice. I'm absolutely thrilled to add that to my TBR. Let's hope that some of the others are just as good. Okay, I have another one. And we've got number 18. So another book that is on the front of the cart, and I might have to do a bit of jiggery pokery with the books so I can get it off the cart. I think I've probably packed this cart as tight as I've wrapped the books up, which is not the best, to be fair. Okay, all sorted, and we've got number 18. This feels like a paperback, but it is an absolute chunker. So I think I'm going to be setting myself quite an ambitious TBR this month. I'll turn it around so hopefully you'll be able to see it. I'm not sure which is the back. Oh, that's the back. Let's show you the front. Okay, so it is a huge book. It's City of Souls and Sinners by Kayla Edwards, and this is book 2 in the City of Gods and Monsters series. I've read book 1, City of Gods and Monsters, fairly recently. I'm not sure whether it was in September or October, but I really enjoyed it. It was a reread for me, and because I'd left it so long before continuing with the series, I wanted to reread it to make sure I'd not forgotten anything. But everything from this book onwards is going to be brand new to me, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how this story progresses. The main character, Lorraine, she has had quite a traumatic period of time. She's been hunted by bounty hunters. She lives in a city where there is sort of a mixed population of humans, vampires, werewolves and other supernatural creatures. And things are starting to come out of the woodwork in the story. Things from her past that she has no idea about, things about her parents. And I suspect there is going to be a lot more to Lorraine than we originally thought. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing where the story goes and finding out more about it. Next one is number 3. We're doing quite well actually to choose books off the front of the cart, so I haven't got to keep swivelling it around. But this is a nice thin one, so you know we've got a couple of chunky books on the TBR already, and having something a bit shorter might be quite nice. So we have Love and Lattes at Pumpkin Hollow by Victoria Walters, and I'm really pleased to have a nice short romance on the list as well. So yeah, it's not too thick, nice and easy to breeze through in a day or two. And I originally bought this because of the autumn vibes. I want that sort of cosy romance, light-hearted. It's going to be perfect to read as the weather's changing, getting colder, which it certainly is now. And I do just want a nice light-hearted read from time to time, and I'm pretty confident that this is going to fit the bill. I will have a quick look at the back. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but there is a headline on here. So, a cosy small-town romance full of autumn vibes, opposites attract chemistry, and a guaranteed happy ever after. So yeah, I think this is exactly what I need at this time of year. Maybe get myself a nice cappuccino or hot chocolate, snuggle up on the sofa, and just, you know, get ready to have those like happy vibes basically. Because some of the books, they can be quite dark, they can have quite disturbing topics, and I do like just a nice heartwarming romance from time to time, and I think, yeah, this is really going to fit the bill. And we have number 62. This one is going to be at the back of the cart. Now, it's probably because I said that they're all at the front, is probably why we now have one at the back. Hopefully I can slip this out easily. Yes, I can. Okay, so we have Revolve by Balcabra. This is book 3 in, I think it's called Off the Ice series. It's hockey romance in a college setting, and I did pick this up in a recent haul video. What I did say is I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with this series so far. Book 1, Collide, just wasn't for me. I didn't sort of like the main character. The main female character, I found her very annoying and irritating, so I was almost willing him not to get with her because she was that annoying. But I did enjoy the second book, Spiral, a little bit more. I wouldn't say this has been my favourite hockey romance series so far. I think there are better ones that I could recommend to you. But as I've enjoyed the second book a bit more, maybe I'll enjoy this one a little bit more as well. And this one, I think it's a dynamic between another member of the hockey team and a figure skater. So this instantly makes me think of Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Really enjoyed that book, and I know there are a few books out there with that figure skater hockey player dynamic. So I'm curious to see how this one will stack up against them. And we have number 26. Down the bottom here. Okay, so we're getting a good mix of books so far. A bit of fantasy, bit of romance. This one is Wildest Dreams by L.J. Shen, and I read the first book in this trilogy, Truly Madly Deeply, in October. I enjoyed it, it was a good book. So I think I've already met the two main characters in this book as sub-characters in book 1. It's the sister of the main male character, and I think it might be one of his closest friends as well. So brother's best friend trope. I do know that his sister had a baby in the previous book, so she's also a single mom. I think I'm going to really enjoy it, and it's again going to break up from reading some of the fantasy that I have this month. I think there is also going to be some spice in this if the first book is anything to go by. Very much enjoyed the writing style. I'd not read anything from this author before, Truly Madly Deeply, so I'm looking forward to reading some more of their work, and hopefully if I enjoy this one there is a third book in the trilogy that I can pick up as well. Number 51. Oh, that's a nice easy one to grab off the side of the cart. Another chunky book, and I think I know what this one is. I'm pretty confident that it's diary-bound. Let's take a look and see if I'm right. So we've got Diary-bound by Sable Sorensen, and this has been on my anticipated reads list for at least the last couple of months. This is the indie copy, and I did buy this copy first, but I've also picked up the traditionally published copy as well, just because that edition was absolutely stunning. I'm hoping there's not too much difference between the two, but I do want to get this read, and I've just been craving some fantasy books that have got wolves in. I read The Wolf King back in June or July, and the sequel to that as well. Absolutely loved that. 5 stars, both of them. If you've not read them, definitely add them to your TBR if you enjoy sort of werewolf related books. But this has definitely been on my radar since reading that, and I can't wait to get into it. I know a lot of people have been raving about this, and obviously it's popular, that's why it's being picked up and traditionally published, but I just can't wait to give it a read. Number 45. So back of the cart again. Oh, it might be at the top. Yes! Oh, this is a chunky one. Probably a hardback actually. I'm just going to swivel the cart back round before I start unwrapping. Yeah, definitely a hardback, so we're probably looking at a fantasy novel here, or a romantasy. Okay, so The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Clarissa Broadbent, and I have been looking forward to reading this. It is going to be a reread for me, but I recently reread the first book, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and I also read the novella Six Scorched Roses, which was a first time read. Very much enjoyed that, and I think from what I can remember we do meet the couple from the novella back in this book, so I think I'm going to be reading it with different eyes. I do want to continue this series. I do have the second duet as well, so I wanted to reread this one first, make sure that I'm up to date in the Crowns of Nyaxia universe, and yeah, get up to date with everything before I delve into the second instalment, the second duology. But yeah, happy to have this. It's not as exciting as some of the others just because I've already read it, but I am happy to refresh my memory. So last two, and I'm hoping that we're going to pull out some good ones. Number 8. Oh, this one does seem to be a lot thinner, so really happy that we haven't got another long book, but it's also likely to be a romance just because it is a shorter book. Okay, so it's People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young, and I have recently picked this up in a haul. It's got these beautiful sprayed edges, and this copy was from The Works. I'm fairly new to Hannah Bonham Young's writing. I've read 3 of her books before, all this year, so I'm very excited to pick up another novel by her and just see where this story goes. Again, love the autumn vibes. I think this cover is gorgeous, and I can't wait to get into it. Last but not least, is number 7. and another shorter paperback by the feel of it. So again, we're probably going to be looking at another romance. And we have Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. Another book that I picked up in a recent haul, and I've been very much looking forward to reading this. I've probably said before, but Megan Quinn to me is sort of the queen of the rom-com. I've read a few of her books now, and a lot of them, there's been moments that are laugh out loud funny, and I'm hoping that this one is not going to be any exception. I did want to pick up a few holiday themed books as we're approaching the Christmas season. It's just going to get me in the mood for Christmas. I want to have my Christmas pyjamas on, a nice hot chocolate, and a really cosy Christmassy romance read as well. So another one that I'm very much looking forward to. And yeah, I'm really pleased with all of the books that I've pulled out for my November TBR. Let's take a quick recap. So first up we have A Kiss of Iron by Claire Sager. This is a rollover from my October TBR. Then we have The Primal of Blood and Bone by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Bear Town by Frederick Backman. City of Souls and Sinners by Kayla Edwards. Love and Lattes at Pumpkin Hollow by Victoria Walters. Revolve by Belle Cabra. Wild Dreams by L.J. Shen. Diabound by Sable Sorensen. The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Clarissa Broadbent. People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. And finally, Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. So yeah, as I've said, I'm really looking forward to these November reads. I think it's a fantastic TBR. We've got a thriller, we've got a bit of romantasy, we've got some romance, some seasonal reads as well, both autumn and Christmas. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. What are you guys reading on your November TBR? Don't forget to let me know in the comments. And also let me know if you have any thoughts on some of the books that I've got on my November TBR. I love to know your opinions, but just please keep them spoiler free. That is everything for today's video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because I would love to have you back. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Have a great reading month.